Hello, this is J.DELRIO to report about genre analysis. What is genre analysis? Here are some key concepts for understanding genre analysis. Discourse community. A discourse community has a broadly agreed set of common public goals. It has mechanisms for intercommunication among its members. For example, meetings, correspondence, newsletter, mailing list, etc. It uses participatory mechanisms primarily to provide information and feedback in accordance with a common goal. A discourse community has developed and continues to develop discoursal expectations. Genre is a term for grouping text together, representing how writers typically use language to respond to recurring situations. A genre comprises a set of communicative events, the members of which share some set of communicative purposes. Exemplars of genre exhibit various patterns of similarity in terms of structure, style, content, and intended audience. Genre is a social action in a speech event that has communicative goal shared by the members of a particular discourse community. Genre in literary studies, film, anthropology, study of folklore, music. In applied linguistics, three approaches to genres are the English for Specific Purposes (ESP) approach, the New Rhetoric approach, and the Functional Systematic approach. Can you think of some academic genres? I will be giving you 5 minutes to think about it. Okay, here are some academic genres. Examples are research articles, conference proposals, business reports, grant application, letter to the editor, reference letter, MA dissertation or MA dissertation proposal, lectures or seminars, including workshops. Some examples are public and occluded. Public or open genres. These are accessible to everyone, often published, and are easily visible and audible. However, occluded or supporting genres are closed and are not public in nature and often difficult to access. Genre sets, abstract, and introduction in the research paper. Genres and subgenres: review or book review, film review, CD review, promotional writing, sales letter, tourist brochure. Professional genres are characterized by the following. A. Genre integrity. This refers to generic character that makes it acceptable to the members of a particular discourse community. It means that a particular community understands the implicit and explicit objectives of a genre. This genre also follows the acceptable rhetorical structure popular in that discipline. Example: an adjustment letter in a discourse community like the baggage claims in an airport must adhere to the policies and format in that department. It must also be written following basic principles of business communication. If it does not follow these principles, its genre integrity is at stake, as well as the integrity of the department that produced it. Letter B. Discursive processes and genre. According to Badayan, 1999, points out that professional genres are often the products of a set of established procedures that form an important part of the disciplinary culture within a profession. Example: in the field of information technology or IT, a project proposal is a collaborative work that follows a cyclical process as groups collaborate with clients, with other members of the company, and with other members of the design group. Letter C. Generic purposes and intentions. Although many of the genres employed in well-established professional contexts serve recognizable and somewhat standardized set of communicative purposes, they rarely, if ever, serve a single purpose. If nothing else, they almost always combine a more immediate single purpose with the most standardized ones of maintenance and continuance of goodwill and a mutually beneficial professional relationship. Example: The use of newsletters by universities to inform the community about the developments in their institution and to market fundraising programs to the alumni. Letter D. Genre participants. Practicing genre is almost like playing a game with its rules and conventions. Established genre participants, both writers and readers, are like skillful players who succeed by their manipulation and exploitation of rather than a strict compliance with the rules of the game. Letter E. Genre versatility. Although genres like business letters follow conventional formats, different institutions and companies have their own norms for structuring their communications. This is the reason why new employees need to acquaint themselves with the corporate culture in their workplace. Genre analysis is a process of looking at several samples of a particular genre to analyze their similarities and differences in terms of their purposes, macrostructure, and language choice. Genre analysis. Recent trends in research. Move and step analysis of other genres. The following steps are useful. A. Collect samples of the same genre. Although there is no specific required, 30 are usually the minimum for statistical purpose. On the other hand, if you are doing the analysis to become familiar with the conventions, get enough samples until you are able to see patterns of organization. Number 2, look for available in-house style guides or documentation manual. Letter C, if you are doing the genre analysis for a graduate paper, it is best to look for related research. This is also a good idea if you are conducting needs analysis to design an EOP, or English for Occupational Purpose course. Number 4, ask about their purposes, intended readers, and writing processes. Number 5, look for macro patterns. These refer to the major sections of a document. If you notice deviations to the pattern, find out their reasons. Number 6, analyze how each section is organized. Finally, pay attention to the language features. For example, you check the use of voice, tense, and idioms. Many companies want to have a distinct voice, and only those who belong to those companies understand how that voice is projected. Genre analysis adds to our understanding of how language is used within an important discourse community, and is a model of applied linguistics in its best sense. It draws on linguistic and sociolinguistic theory to classify the nature of language use and language learning in an educational setting. Thank you so much for your listening.